This is not how I pictured graduation, but here we are. It's been a bit of a weird year. We've been forced to do things differently and adapt to a new normal. As hard as the COVID situation is, getting out of our comfort zone and trying new things can be really good for us. Focusing just on school, we've all gotten to experience online classes, something that I personally have been avoiding. We got a chance to learn how we feel about them, if we like them, or if we'll be avoiding them in the future. A lot of us have found ourselves with a lot more time on our hands than we normally have. All those things that we've been saying we'd do if only we had more time, yeah, we can't use that excuse anymore. Motivation is hard. Being forced to stay home and away from people makes it easy to get bored and not want to do anything. I have 2 questions that I like to ask myself when I'm bored. What do you want? And what are you going to do to make it happen? For me, some of the things that I've wanted have been a closer relationship with God, to be able to walk on my hands, or to understand different math and science concepts. I get it, I'm weird. The point is, being bored means we have time. And time and motivation, combined with hard work, are often all we need to accomplish our goals. Thinking about what your goals are can help bring the motivation needed to achieve those goals. It's not always easy, and it's not always fast. In fact, achieving goals is usually hard and slow, and it usually involves a lot of failure. I have fallen so many times while trying to walk on my hands. I've gotten in over my head with mathematical concepts and have had to either teach myself new things to understand what's going on or admit that I don't have enough of a base yet and put certain topics on hold until I can learn more background. That's the thing with goals. If you really want to achieve them, you have to be willing to fail along the way. My family has a lot of sayings, and one of them fits here. Everything worth doing has some degree of risk associated with it. It's not saying that all risky things are worthwhile, but it is saying that your goals will have risks associated with them. You may fail. In fact, you probably will fail at one point or another along the way to reaching any major goal. That's the thing with big goals. You have to see the risk and be willing to fail. Be willing to learn from failures. If you're able to learn from a failure, is it really a failure at all? As I was trying to figure out what to say in this speech, one of my family's sayings really stuck out. And education is not something you finish. Sure, we graduated high school. That's awesome. But we're not finished with our education. I'm not talking about college either. Wherever you are and whatever you're doing, you can always learn more. Just because we're graduating does not mean that our education ends. A lot of us are planning on going to college next. Some of us are probably planning to jump right into a trade or the military. Regardless of which we choose, having a constant desire, or at the very least a willingness to learn, will be a huge asset. During this semester, all of us have at least a little bit of experience with online classes. We've learned the value of amazing professors who are available to help and answer questions. But we've also learned that we really can teach ourselves. There are so many resources available to us that we have the ability to learn whatever we want to learn. So if you want to learn how to play a new instrument, there's nothing stopping you. If you want to learn the chemistry or physics behind the things that you see and experience in everyday life, go for it. If you want to learn to bake, change a tire, or do a cartwheel, there's nothing stopping you. The class of 2020 is going to be remembered. We are the class that graduated during a pandemic. We're the class that didn't get an in-person graduation. It would be easy to feel sorry for ourselves or to let others feel sorry for us. But let's not do that. The class of 2020 will be remembered. But let's not just be remembered in relation to coronavirus. Let's be remembered as the class that refuses to stop learning. Let's be remembered as the class that won't let obstacles get in our way. Life is going to throw challenges at us. But if we figured out how to complete our senior year during a pandemic, we can figure out how to get through just about anything.